that is not a great place to be looking for your drone. There are a number of different ways that you can actually lose your drone. Genuine flyaways are actually quite rare. Every time you take off, the home point is automatically recorded. It takes your GPS coordinates, and if you actually lose connection, the drone should come straight back to where it took off from. But unfortunately, things can and do go wrong. Sometimes during the return to home procedure, the drone will actually hit an obstacle and crash. Or it can actually run out of battery and go into an emergency land far away from where you're actually positioned. Some of you may not be aware that there's an incredibly helpful little function inside the DJI Go 4 app called Find My Drone. And what it does is actually it works out exactly where the drone was last known to be, and it plots that against your current position and will actually help lead you to it. So I'll show you now how to access that. To go in, all you do is come out of camera mode, and at the top you have the three little bars. You go down there and you've got Find My Drone. So you take that. What that does is it actually works out the coordinates of where you are now and the coordinates of where the drone was last known to be, and it will plot a little line that you quite literally just walk along. So I'm going to take you on a little journey. So the idea is as you get closer and closer to where the Mavic was last known, the map should be updating, and eventually you should be pretty close to where it is. You can actually tap the red arrow and you can actually turn on beeping and LEDs. As it happens, I have found my little drone, and if it's night time, you can turn on the LEDs and the LEDs will start flashing as well. The one time it may not help you is if the drone was still flying and you'd actually completely lost radio contact with your remote control. There all you can do is basically look at the last direction that the drone was flying in, and maybe even guess as to when the emergency landing was going to kick in. Believe it or not, we have helped people out on the drone forums work out exactly where their drone, or roughly where their drone landed, and they've gone on to find it. Something that can help you in that particular instance is a little GPS tracker. I don't have a GPS tracker on here. This is actually the locator, which is its own little radio tracker. I did a video on that last year. It's only got an effective range of around 150 meters or so, 500 feet. But again, if you're looking in a sea of flowers or something, that can be the difference between finding a drone and not finding it. You get other trackers as well. They use a little SIM card, a cell phone SIM card, and you do need to have a cell phone signal for them to actually work. But again, they're a great little thing to have as a backup. But in most cases, the Find My Drone function is going to work fine for you. See, earlier on, as I said, I was doing some low-level flying, and if it actually clipped any of these flowers, I mean, I was flying a good quarter of a mile away from where I'm standing. It is just a sea of yellow, and if I'd clipped any of the flowers and the drone had actually flipped over and landed, how would you find it? How would I know where it was? So it's actually a really, really useful feature, and a lot of people don't know it exists. But anyway, now you do, and hopefully you'll be flying happier. So as ever, have fun, happy flying.